How's it going, everybody? Yeah, today we're gonna check out a couple obscure games. I need to do a little bit shorter of a stream, and some arcade games. They're always good. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say. So one thing with some of these games is that oh, hello, we're Paul now. Thank you. It's actually working today, so that's nice. One of these things with these games is that some of them just like emulate poorly or don't work at all. So we'll hopefully not have that problem. But yeah, let's get going. Just jump right into it as per usual. Or that's not working. Probably because it doesn't think this is a real source. There we are. There we are. That is an interesting resolution for you to have. What if we use this one instead? There we are. So yeah, TAD Corporation, not exactly a company that would be super obscure, but definitely one that's pretty obscure in terms of beat 'em ups. This is the only one, as far as I know, that they made. Wait, question mark. We're just arbitrarily not going to show the weight of women is always exciting. What fools you are, trying to stop us. Alright. So we got Alfred, Chris, Frank. Frank is who I normally use in this. We'll use Alfred today, why not? Could Judy be there? Big man. So, like many games, stages, the whole stage layout is pretty clearly influenced from Final Fight. This is just a 2-button game. The Super Joy is kind of interesting in that it's like a bomb. But one kind of interesting thing is your like combo depends on what direction, if you're holding up or not. But other than that, you know, this game is a bit different from a lot of beat 'em ups in that while you have a throw, it's done by pushing jump twice. You do this little dash and it shoulder tosses them. You can also do like a special dash attack out of it. And that's really about all there is to this game in terms of inputs. Yeah, lots of just like kind of this type of stuff where you stand around punching and hope that you hit the enemy correctly. I don't think I've ever seen a neutral drum kick quite like that. You also, like, notably don't pick up stuff, you just kind of, like, walk over it and get it. So this game is really obnoxious to 1 credit because there's some item drops that are randomly 1-ups. So like sometimes you just get a whole shitload of 1-ups. The haircut thing worked correctly. Good. But you do get your health back at least, which is something that not every shitty beat 'em up to 1cc does. That said, the food drops are not particularly big either in this one. Man, his punches are not good. That's going to be a problem. With Frank, you can kind of like stand and wall most of the enemies out. Alfred, rather, does not get to do that. Yeah, I think it's louder missing it than it is hitting it. The punch. Yeah, we got these guys that explode. Everybody loves exploding enemies. How's it going, Greg? Oh, good one. Yeah, not much in this game has like lingering iframes. I do like some of the enemy designs, like being more active about, I don't remember these two existing, about evading. Although it does mean you get situations like this where you just can't finish them off because they keep dodging. There we go. Oh, I forgot enemies to do that. Yeah, Tad advertising for their games, Blood Brothers there. The Cabal and Toki, which I guess they had some hand in with. Cabal probably the biggest title there. Although Toki's probably better known in this day and age. Excuse me. This part in particular, I remember being a huge pain in the ass during 1 credit. stuff because, like, all of these enemies can potentially drop 1-ups. And I think there's one that's, like, very likely in those 3 boxes, but obviously it's not guaranteed. Yeah, most of the health items are food, and then the flowers there for some reason. Yeah, the combination of tools you have in this game is pretty interesting for enemy management. Like the throw being this dash, but then also having like the dash kick to knock enemies back. I didn't really want to knock you right there. We want you to do this so I can just hit you. So yeah, a common problem bosses have is that, whoop, that's weird, that they do these stand-up attacks, but they don't necessarily fix their facing for them. Dragon and Tiger. Also, don't mind that stage 5 is named Secret Area. Oh. Man, his attacks, like his basic attack is notably worse than Frank's. Been a lot of situations I've gotten into trouble where it should have been an easy situation. Yep, this is the first game today. Alright, well. We just get to see this weird scene of him looking at us dead on the pavement. Then we get off. We'll see if Chris is any better. His kick isn't looking great. Wow, yeah, this is not a great attack. It's kind of odd that the knockback kick is... So, like, if you're holding up or down, you get the knockback attack instead. It's just kind of odd to me that that's, like, a low sweep. Like, if anything, they feel like they're reversed. Oh, this guy's great. Oh. Trying to throw him like just as he got up. Yeah, Chris feels quite bad. This cool screen where they just bomb the hell out of us. I thought that was safer. Guess I'm just the one. It's kind of wild, like, how much stuff the dash attack grabs. Might have to rely a lot more on that with her. We did it! We got her! Oh, not quite. General, the Hell Arm! Don't give up now, there's too much to lose. Her jump attack is pretty good, actually. I didn't think to use that with Albert that much. I don't know if it does any damage. One common thing that happens in beat-em-ups is they'll give you this like jump attack that's really like unambiguously good, except that it just doesn't do any fucking damage. Does seem quite good. Hey, thanks, Ren. And like, kind of weirdly, you really want to use the knockback version of the kicks when you're like, or attacks when you're against the wall, because otherwise it like pushes them away, or past the wall, I should say. Whereas if you do this, they'll stop there. And the old beat 'em up trope classic of here's the bosses again, but as a normal enemy. Ooh. those dudes do shitloads of damage. Wow, bad situation. Alright, Frank. So Frank is who generally gets used. Just this, like, basic punch being a 1, 2, 3 is way better. His far and close pushing attacks are reversed. It's interesting. That really makes me wonder if Chris's animations being the way they are is an error. Hey, Adam. These guys are so annoying because of that. Did not mean to do that. I meant to do that. Here he is, General the Hell Arm, in his ketchup and mustard ass color scheme. I love his mouth when you throw him. Oh my god, there's 3 of them. But not really. I like how the clones just vanish. Oh. Here he is, Mr. G. The final fight to free Judy and restore justice. I love this guy walking at you pointing to. These guys, you can just get a bump. So yeah, last stage gets pretty, pretty extreme on some of the encounters. They're pretty interesting. Honestly, I like this game's encounter design a lot, but I'm also, you know, not a particularly average consumer of this genre. Beep, beep. Huh. Didn't actually know a thrown enemy would hit those guys twice like that. I guess it makes sense. So I couldn't remember if that was a thing in this game or just for the other characters, where you just can't stand on top of enemies. Good juke. Only one shoulder spike? Yeah, that's all you need. One good one. I've got two. The other one's kind of small. Don't talk shit about the small shoulder spike. They're important too. This encounter is so funny. Oh. I bet having a really good jump attack would actually be pretty good in these types of encounters. Nice roll. All right, we'll go back to Alfred for the rest of it. We'll finish it out with our main character here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Stays out for most of the jump, too. Here he is, Mr. G! I like how Alfred's last kick doesn't come out fast enough to combo properly. He got away. Only one thing to do. Follow him into outer space. This is like such a weird and unnecessary twist, and yet here we are. I like the legs being perfectly stationary while his body just kind of like wiggles back and forth during the punch. Oh yeah, his jump kick is actually quite good. Wow. And this encounter with just all these dudes. Keeping all these baseballs and baseball caps out in space. Forgot these guys do actually attack sometimes. Oh, 4. For some reason I thought he stopped at 3. Oh, really? This fight is incredible, by the way. If you advance it all the way, all of these enemies will spawn at the same time that I just killed a minute ago. Wow, I don't think I got a single one-up off the things this playthrough. The TVs that say TAD on them are the ones that can drop that. All right, Mr. G, he's back. So this fight's pretty straightforward. You just kind of do this to him. Sometimes he teleports, and then you have to like be wary of that attack. And sometimes he does this to you, which is really funny because it doesn't actually damage you that much. Yeah, most of the bosses knock you down on any contact, by the way. That's what's happening there. It'd be really sick if Alfred's basic attack series worked correctly. But it doesn't actually have enough hit stun to combo with itself. Over it. All clear. And then we just leave. We did it. We blew up the International Space Station. We're heroes. The power of corruption has been silenced by the courage of the three who dared to save a friend. Look at this man. This is the most K-Butts man sprite I've ever seen in my life. Right here, Frank, cooking. Gonna just throw that out there. Frank opens a restaurant. Chris just continues to fight and beat the hell out of people. What about Alfred? Him and Judy just get it on. You have a bunch of kids. Oh, you missed it? Hold on. you not have one for this? Maybe I might have a save state for the final boss. If I do, I'll go back and show it. Gonna let the ending roll out first, though. Oh, it won't take long. Assuming I have the save state. Oh, baby. Yeah, this is it right here. Yeah. Yeah, this won't take long. We'll beat up the final boss again. Especially with Frank, because Frank is much better at fighting him. Because he can actually, like, punch him 3 times. Yeah, I just use this foe as a placeholder for all the bosses. This guy's Mr. D. I don't remember if I have a fast forward button, so we'll just let the first part of it play. Frank's pretty early in it anyway. Strut so strong it topples it? Yeah. So, okay, hold on. Look at this. Absolutely. Anyway. Make sure this is spelled right. I feel like they spelled Legionnaire wrong. I'm probably not correct about it, but you know, it's a weird game. Dabbled in. Even created. One clearly and strongly influenced by the formula setting. It does. Particularly book series. Let's see. One unfortunate problem does have some characters basic sometimes enemies will be able to interrupt them. Recommend this game to fans, the beat 'em up genre, who are looking for a unique challenge in a familiar basic setup. May not enjoy this game if the feeling of it simply being one of many games to ride on a fight's coattails. So, I think this game did a lot of cool stuff. I actually like this game a lot. I really do think that people who like beat 'em ups and learning them and like how to play them well, I think they'll get a lot out of this game. I think people who aren't invested in that way probably will not enjoy this game. I don't feel I can give this any better than a C in spite of how much I like it, just because, like I said, I don't think most people are going to pick this up and really, really like what they're seeing. They're going to be kind of okay with it. Maybe. A lot of people just won't like it. A lot of people will be like, this is just shitty Final Fight. And I can't say I blame them. Yeah, sorry, Highest. A little too much. 99. Dang. How's it going, Soupy? Is there anything else I wanted to say about this? I feel like there was something else, but I don't remember what it was right now. So, guess not. I guess we're moving on. Alright, next, we're going to move on to a little company. If this will load. Oh, I see why it won't. Will you load? MAME? Well, is it because of this? Do want to work. Let's close MAME and try again. There we are. Turning the sound back on would be good. So yeah, Karate Blazers. This game is interesting. This down. So yeah, lots of interesting characters here. Unlike the last game, I'm not going to be really switching around. We're going to be playing Glenn. Glenn, the character who I am most comfortable advancing the game with. Also, one of the reasons this game is sort of well-known, in spite of it being this dev's only thing, primarily just because of his walk cycle, which is just this. So there's just like punch and then like a jump secondary like thing. I guess maybe I'll switch when I game over just to show the other characters. But whenever I get back, I'll do that. There's these scrolls you can pick up that power up. You have a both button attack. But mainly you're gonna see a lot of this move. Yeah, this game is very weird feeling. There's throws, but they kind of like are just awkward. And yeah, like enemies can just get out of them for some of them. And this move is very strange because it's the button 2 and then forward. Which, it's not an unheard of input, but it's strange. And then yeah, because I had to scroll, my my Super Joy just kills everyone. Which we're gonna do again because I'm out of health. And that's stage 1 too. Should be a health somewhere here. Yeah, they just drive over that. Ah, well, that's health right there, but, you know, whatever. I don't know what that health is. It's just like a... It looks like a pile of candles to me. But I assume they're not encouraging you to eat candles. And here's our first boss! I want him to do the funny animation. Not that. Well, I mean, that is funny, but that's not the funny animation I'm talking about. Alright, I don't think he's gonna do it. Oh, there it is. It just... just kinda shake. feel like I need to rip that little transition noise. Yeah, this game, I will say, one thing that's very interesting about it is it sends a lot of enemies at you at once in some of these screens. Quick, we need to animate this sprite, but we don't have any budget left. What do? Just turn it left and right. And yeah, you take a shitload of damage in this game. Yeah, like, basic attacks are just kind of weird. Sometimes they work. Teapot. The Teapot is the full health upgrade of this game. Just gonna leave that tidbit of knowledge there. Yeah, I don't know. You're welcome to interpret that walk cycle however you want. It's very strange. Like... And of course, we saw him briefly in stage 1, but the token fat guys that just run around. It's funny, I feel like when they put the like very trope fat guy running thing, it's like, hey, we've got this giant dude, like giant overweight dude, and he's the most active person here. Yeah, these guys that like do a bunch of dodges and stuff, and it's all cool, but you never see it because they're usually in a giant mob of things. All right, let's check out our other characters. Here's Akira, our bumbling ninja, or whatever the hell they said about him. Who also has a walk cycle. This is what he does instead of the headbutt. Oh yeah, he's got that move. That's cool. Yeah, you can kick enemies on the ground in this game. A lot of times it doesn't come up because you're just like not in a situation to do it. But yeah, the big problem most characters have in this game is their like forward dash attack thing doesn't knock enemies down, which makes it really hard to play safely. Here's our second boss. God, the dash attacks for characters who aren't Glenn are so awful. Yeah, like, I don't know how you play this game with the other characters, because you can't create space ever. And, like... I guess this guy's... Gil. I guess his does, although it's not nearly as big. Brr, brr, brr. Yeah, I guess you could play him. Like, I feel like without a dash attack that knocks... Why is this so detailed animation? His walk is, like, very simple, but very detailed. Yeah, it's a pretty normal walk cycle. Like, it would not be out of place in a normal game. It's a little weird, like a little off, but not. It's weird how this, like, sometimes knocks down. Alright, let's see the Super Joy here before I die and lose it. The wheel! That's right, he's the guy with the wheel. Why? We'll never know. Yeah! Now they're robots. And they make silly bonk noises. Didn't really want to use a scroll there, but I forgot that I had it. Like, I guess you could do this with the other characters. Just loop the sweep, but it does, like, no damage. Like, part of the problem with this character is this attack is so fast that it's hard to, like, loop it. And it's actually like one of the more damaging attacks, so you're stuck with all these less good things. It also doesn't go that far. Oh, I don't have any health. Yep. And our generic white guy stand-in Mark. Does that. Gotta see Mark's walk cycle still. Yeah, he's just a guy. Every game's got to have just Cody Travers in there somewhere. It's just Cody Travers. Character archetype. It's just Cody Travers. Whoop. I didn't know this segment would stop. I've never had that happen before. Because Glenn has normally finished by now. Legitimately, it's just, here's Cody Travers. Like, I don't know how else to tell you. It's just like a look that was common, and then video games took it with Final Fight and made it the generic thing, and the Japanese developer saw that and went, this is American strong street fighting guy. Let's do away with this screen. And we'll just do away with this screen too, I think. Yeah. Speaking of this look, I've been thinking a lot recently about how fucked up it is that it's just like a societally normal thing to call a white tank top like this a wife beater. Like, it's just a thing you can say and nobody will like bat an eye or anything about it. Like, they just are like, oh yeah, that. Also, here's this guy who bears no resemblance to anybody. Whoops. All right, get out of here. We're playing the real character. The only real character in this video game. Yeah, I think the fact that tank tops became more popular among women helped get rid of that term a little bit. God, Glenn is so much better than the other characters. So much so. Just having one move that just truly works is an unbelievably large asset in this video game. Oh my god. We need to do this. We're in trouble otherwise. Yeah, Glenn's walk cycle is one of the things this game is most known for, to be honest. Oh, that would make sense, RG. I could see mentally checking it that way instead of the other way. Dynamite guys are weird because you have to like max range hit them or else you get hit by the explosion. It's probably not the right place to use it, but I feel like I was in a bad enough situation that I was going to lose more health than I should. Oh, we got run over. It's okay, we got some takoyaki. This screen where they just put 1,000 dynamite guys and whatever happens, happens. Detroit's fault we got the term? Interesting. Definitely not super focused right now. But that's okay. Today's not about 1 credit clears. Yeah, this is a pretty rare segment in the beat 'em up where your timer is actually kind of relevant. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. But I fat-fingered the attack button and... I don't really remember the timer coming into play on Legionnaire, but could be. Yeah, I mean, timers in beat-em-ups are more or less a way of making sure the game will return to the title screen if someone walks away from the machine. They also are, to some extent, an answer to, like, the very prominent thing that happened in a lot of 80s arcade games where people would become good enough at them that they could just, like, sit there on the cabinet forever. And so, like, putting a timer in, no matter how lenient, is at least some form of forcing the player to advance the game. Almost ready for our boss here. Here he is! Look at him go! My favorite part about this boss is that if you pay attention, you'll realize his roll does not fully cycle. He does like a quarter roll a bunch of times in a row. Yeah, like I said, he does about a quarter of a roll over and over again. Anyway, stage final 1. Still getting new enemy types. I couldn't tell you what most of the enemy types in this game do. This weird, like, foreground object looking thing that's actually just on the floor? This attack is, like, so much better than the other characters' similar attacks. This statue. Oh my god, dude. Whoops. Well, that's fine. Yeah. Final 2. If Final was so good, why didn't they make a Final 2? Oh, that was silly. Woo! All fighting games have yeah, I mean, making something truly original, like truly original, is essentially impossible. Like, even if you make something that is unique and identifiably unique, you're going to clearly have a lot of influences just by the nature of, like, what else do you even do? At some point, like, there's only so many things you can do with something. So even if you're making something unique enough to be, like, your own, you're still clearly going to have a lot of influences from from other things. So personally, I don't weigh in too much for even stuff like this, where this is just, like, blatantly Blade. It's like, yeah, whatever. It is kind of a look, you know? Yeah, well, fighting games are hard because, fighting games are hard to hide your influences because fighting game characters kind of, by nature, have to be a bit one-dimensional. Because you don't have a lot of opportunities to flesh them out in meaningful ways. I'm not going to say you can't at all, but especially in, like, any single game, like, what do you even do? Especially back in, like, the arcade era, where it's not like you could have some story mode that really fleshed things out. Back to our title screen music. Don't like that I have to do that on this fight, but, you know. I didn't know he had another attack. I thought he just had the roll. The rolling animation? Yeah, because he only does a third of it. Oh, you got me. Got a nice wiggle in there. Then he does the weird thing, and then he's dead, and that was the final boss. The stage 1 boss was the final boss. Hey, Code, thanks for the raid. How was your stream today? And there's our last little bit, our ending screen that... exists. There's no music here, by the way. It's just screens, just still screens. Doing all right, Code. What were you up to today? A. They don't actually tell you it's a name entry screen. There's just an A. Game over. Greaser vibes? Yeah. Definitely. So, any of you haven't been here, I play a lot of beat-em-ups, especially Saturday mornings. I've kind of had a long-term project to try and beat as many different beat-em-ups as I can. Not with any conditions or anything necessarily, just to, like, play credits. And I usually try and talk about them a little bit. So that's what we're doing here today. For anyone who didn't see this game before, I'll show you. There's only one thing you really need to see in this game, which is Glenn's walk cycle. Because this is what they went with for his walk cycle, is this nice little... I don't even know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is, but it's very funny. Anyway, let's get out of here. Oh, that was the previous game. System hates breaking handful of cool ideas and unique station, but unfortunately feels consistent. One character. Character. That is a long cami. Recommend this game to someone looking for silly, casual arcade playthroughs. Wants something that may not enjoy this game if the constant feeling of lacking control over situations and use tools is problematic. So, I think this game is a D. The fact that you just like your basic attacks don't work, right? That only one character really has tools that allow you to interact with the game. It's really kind of struggling. It's really kind of struggling. So it's a cool thing. I like it, like in the form that it is. I do think it's cool that it like had its own unique identity. That's something a lot of beat 'em ups lack, is that a lot of beat 'em ups absolutely feel like they are Final Fight but not, or Streets of Rage but not. This one doesn't. This one definitely feels like it has its own identity, and that's cool. But that doesn't make it a good game. Is that what I have to do to get this to capture? Add Ninja Turtles. Oh, I don't feel like Ninja Turtles had the problem of the beat 'em up genre trying to mimic it as much. That was more of just like a general media problem, you know? Actually, I think I will take a brief break before I start the next game. Just 1 minute. Oh yeah, you bet, Code. I know you're up all night. I appreciate your aiding. I appreciate you hanging out, but do what you gotta do. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. That partially did it. Okay. All right. So, big fight. Big trouble in the Atlantic Ocean. This is so unlike the other two games, this is not the only thing that this company did. But it's certainly the best known, and it's certainly the most applicable. There's also some sort of versus mode, which is concerning. So we've got Kevin, ability martial arts, birthplace England. Gear, who's a wrestler from Illinois, and Zill, who's from Texas and Kung Fu. Well, okay. Well, I guess we're playing her for now. So, another 2-button. Another more clearly influenced from Final Fight game. So one thing I do know about this game, and I don't know what they are, is that this game does have special moves. But they're kind of weird, and I think each character only has like 1 or 2. And yeah, the number of parallax layers they have here is unbelievable. And yeah, a lot of assets in this game are pretty clearly traced. This game does have branching paths, and a lot of them. Let's go to the quarterdeck funnel. So this is an emulation error. A lot of the weapons don't appear in the right place in your hands. So, you know, don't read too much into that detail. Yeah, you can OTG people with the jumping down attack of all things. Whoop. Which looks very strange. Nice transition there. Hit. Oh, we're in rage, some sort of rage mode, and we're dead. I like how she stands up when I when I knock her down, she ends up standing up and attacking before I've even landed from the jump attack. There, she got knocked down. Give her the old flying knee. Now I came to my sense. Can you take me into partnership? Sure. And, I'm not inferior to a man. So yeah, we can switch to bosses that we've beaten. You can't switch to the other characters you didn't pick between stages. But one thing about a lot of the boss characters is I think most of them can't use weapons. A lot of them are also, like, rather incomplete in terms of their move list. Which sometimes doesn't matter if they just have, you know, big whip. Look at this dude's sprite! Look at his arms! I have no idea what any of the moves for her are. I don't know what most of the moves in this game are. I really know one move for one character. I mean, just having a whip seems strong. Whoop. JJ and BB! Can't turn around while attacking. It's always fun. Anger power. I didn't see that last time. So she gets the, like, projectile, but her whip is longer than it. I think. Down the hatch. I didn't even notice those guys are just fully called bread. Alright, not the best recovery on food items I've ever seen, but we'll take it. Whoop. Kenshiro, no, this is Spia. Who the hell is Kenshiro? Can't even dash with her. Oh, big throw when you're angry, though. Why does this do this? This might be an emulation error. Can we... Okay, we can choose the other characters, so we'll try out Kevin here. He's got rapid punches, I guess, as a special move. Unless it's just what his basic attack series does. Alright, at least that animation makes more sense for Okay, so I guess the flying knee thing that I did with Zill was actually a special move, because Kevin does not have that. He just has this move. Again, don't read too much into items being like this. Oh, what the fuck are these dudes? That's just an emulation error. That animation looks really fucked. He's like completely broken into pieces during a part of that animation. The bucket getting smaller? Oh, we have this boss on this route? I thought he was if he did the low one. Streets of Rage 1 Infinite, maybe? Anyway, Pharaoh, which as we all know is spelled FH. God, if he gets knocked down, he recovers before I even land. Or before I even stop punching. Alright, Pharaoh 2 has come to his senses. I'll smash up these villains. I will show you cursed magic of Egypt. Alright, bring it on. This is a punch animation if I've ever seen one. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Ah! How do I break this? I guess I don't. He doesn't have an attack that I care about. Well, the stretchy arms there? I guess I could have probably used that. Yeah, all of the weapons have an emulation issue. Laser beam? The stretchy arm attack. If I'm holding forward when I do the basic punch series, he does that sometimes. Oh, do we have to fight this guy? I was kind of hoping that this route wouldn't fight this guy. The old laser beam. Yes, we are still on the boat. This is big trouble in the Atlantic Ocean. We're not leaving the boat. Stick. Can see just how many layers of parallax they got with that wall. Also, this might not be the boss I was worried it was. Okay. Yeah, they try to make the characters different. The problem is when you've got every boss character as a selectable character at some length, like... Oh, that is a potentially a really good dive attack. Ah, right, him. Okay, Gonza. Ah, yes, the head spin. Look at that attack. Can I hit him ever? Not with him. All right. It's time for Gear, our wrestler from Illinois. Can I grab this boss? I can. Okay. Not necessarily with any consistency. I assumed he would stop when he hit the wall, and I was not correct. But you can grab me too, though. Oh, maybe if I do that first, I'll be able to grab him? What? What's the input for it? I guess I forgot it. Yeah, and you can be dizzied. When he got anger mode. Wow. Trying to remember the input for this move on this boss probably was not the best plan. Now I came to my sense. Alright, Gonza, what have you got? My slaps can smash even a rock. The football's crazy! I don't know if I can do the head spin. I haven't found that move yet. Yeah, maybe he's got it somewhere, but playable Gonza does not seem to be quite as strong. Look at how much difference there is in the spriting quality of these two men in the background that they chose to put right next to each other. Also, Big Joy. Gonza at least does get to do that. And these two guys, also, that dude, oh, he does have a head. It's just tucked in his shirt for some reason. Is he getting bullied? He just can't take off his shirt? Yeah, the gun thing is an emulation error. None of the weapons get held correctly by any character. They seem to function correctly. garden. Cool. Nice. Oh! Gonzo, sorry, you got fucked over by changes. Alright, we didn't get to play gear much. Oh fuck, it is this boss. I thought we missed him. Well, we didn't. We're gonna have to accept that. Sumo's power-up? I mean, unless I'm missing mechanics, which is very plausible, it would just make his moves better, not, like, different. Hippo Boss? Yeah, I wish it was Hippo Boss. That'd be much better than what we're getting. Can't throw this guy, I guess. There we go. There's the special move. Just spin him around. Alright, well, here's our boss. So yeah, the 90s were kind of a shitty time, to say the least. Can I stand up? Is that a thing that's allowed to happen? Alright. We're gonna move on from him. Whack-a-mole game here, except with clowns. Player rank lost. Near. Perfect. The hammer thing is an emulation error. So, Yeah, I've mentioned that earlier, but don't read too much into that in particular. God. Yeah, and getting dizzied is like just guaranteed you're taking another hit. Oh my god, okay. I guess I just have to let enemies stand up. This chain almost emulates correctly. I don't really know what I'm intended to do for enemy control in this game, to be honest. Like, it doesn't feel like I've got any real ability to influence where enemies are. That sprite of him getting mad and jumping up was incredible. It doesn't even really do that much damage. Like, nothing in this game feels like it does damage. Oh, look at those dudes! That's an interesting interaction or bug. Oh, look at these dudes. They're jamming. Got the pumps and they're jamming. I mean, I guess I can do this. On some enemies. As far as I can tell, just character who doesn't have any moves but reaches far. Possibly my best bet. Chen. Oh, this is another character design that I'm not thrilled about. This isn't too bad. Well, I don't seem to outrange him, and I don't know what implications that's going to have. This is a weird stage. Well, I have no clue how to fight this dude right now. Like, she doesn't even finish the whip on him half the time. She just kind of like, I guess it's getting blocked and not animating. God. That might be a thing. Oh, I need to be further though. My Super Joy lost to that cleanly. I feel like there's a position where I could bait him into jumping like this and just loop it. But finding the right position is proving difficult. That beat my Super Joy again! This, like, that attack just doesn't... My Super Joy just doesn't work. Yeah. Baffling. Let's go back to you. Just end the fight and move on. Alright, time to see how incredibly much worse he is as a player character. Huh. Got a dainty-ass walk. It's a weird throw animation. Basic attack seems quite good, at least. I don't really understand what that throw is intending to be doing. And yeah, thanks for the resub. Well, at least against normal enemies, Chen seems quite good. Yes, the damage in this game is very low. Yeah, actually, if anything, Chen's basic attack damage is higher than the other characters from what I've observed. Not by a lot, mind you, but... trying to throw certain enemies is just so risky, seemingly, which would be not a huge deal if it weren't enemies like this that tend to, like, super swarm you. Oh, yeah, this game just has, like, 50 layers of parallax scrolling. God, the way enemies in this game stand up is also, like, just so disorienting, where a lot of them just don't get knocked down effectively. Oh, I didn't want this. I didn't want to pick up the stick. I wanted to just... Clown? I was hoping he'd stand up faster so I could throw him, but just stayed down for a long time. Chen seems to be way better at standing over enemies. I'm not sure why you're sitting here dropping like facts about later in the game. Like I realize he's right there, but like, dropping things that we're gonna find out is dumb. Man. Oh, it's blocked. It's a good thing to find out now. That's probably how you're intended to deal with much of this bullshit. By just blocking it and then... Nope. Wasn't sure if just while I still had anger on, if it would work. Oh, he can't block, actually. He'll just stab me and then throw me. Guys! I have no clue when I'm ever able to attack because... like, sometimes I'll just fucking land. Would you please come over here? Like you to be on screen for some amount of time. And you can't, like, Super Joy out of throws, so that's all just guaranteed damage. Which, you know, admittedly, a lot of bosses would just hit you for that much. I threw him, and he jumped out of it before the throw strike hit him. So bosses block, they can't really be thrown. Well, maybe if we make him block that. It doesn't take that much damage from it, though. Oh, okay, this is a phase change. I was like, why is this pulling me? There are strike throws? Is that a this character thing? That's actually kind of important. I am a little bit spacing out. I've kind of become uninvested in this game, to be honest, so some amount of what's happening is that. Like, there's a very common experience that many people have when playing beat-em-ups that I'm sure everyone's heard of, where like they get in this feeling where like you're just kind of hitting the buttons and then you lose and you put money in and then you hit the buttons and that's it, and that's why a lot of people don't like this as a genre, and I've reached that point with this game. So What the fuck? TX does not seem to have any ability to prevent me from just throwing him over and over again, which is nice. It's nice to have a boss where I can do that. Okay, so he's dead. Now we just have to deal with the clown that is able to block and then counter everything I do. I think this guy's my best bet just because if I can get him, I can do the big throw and do at least some damage. Air throw? Excuse me? He's laughing after being killed, I guess. Well, what are we taking the clown's dead body? The cruise ship has just been destroyed. Staffs. Oh, and they put him right at the beginning. Whoa, my God, dude, calm down. What the? Jen will not calm down. You shouldn't stick your head through the bars like that, my dude. Another Dr. D. I don't want my name in this. I don't want my name in this. Oh, God. All right. Big fight. to get this whole title. Big fight. Big trouble in the... To be fair, Karate Blazers is probably like the best D rank game ever. Like D rank has a specific meaning for what I do where like mechanics aren't working. And Karate Blazer was very much the type of game where mechanics were just like not working. It's very funny and cool for other reasons, but overall the game is just like not functionally complete. Another game. This time by Tatsu. And the gameplay ideas do not hold up with the functional gameplay tools. Being able to play as any of the bosses sounds great, but when you see how immediately and completely downgraded version you have access to his, it feels almost more insulting. Only many of them have effectively more functional toolkits that just feel like they are intermediates. You'll note this game has some fairly severe emulation issues. Some of these traits could, in theory, be lost. Here, then this game to people who are very into the genre like to write that a little bit differently, but I'm out of room. So yeah, I think this game's a D. I think most people would not enjoy this game. There's some cool ideas in it. There's some cool ideas in it, for sure. Lots of interesting ideas. Lots of graphically interesting concepts. But man, like, feeling like none of the moves work. Like, very few of the moves work at all. And that's not fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough when games have like a core like that seems interesting and then just don't do anything with it. It feels... Oh, yeah, I miss. Botanic Ocean. Hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the anger mechanic might be something. I mean, there's certainly some things there. There's certainly some things there that, like, might be something. There might be ways to control enemies better. There might be that. You know, it's not in my short list, but it is a game that I want to look more seriously at, like, what one credit consists of, because I'm sure, you know, something that does happen in beat 'em ups a lot is bosses feel inherently and totally unfair until you understand the mechanics that they want you to engage with. And I will say, I don't feel like I truly understood at what level the game wanted me to interact with things. And so it's possible that that's the problem, is that I didn't understand the interactions they were looking for. And so beat 'em ups are not going to be fun if you don't understand those interactions, you know? Like, Double Dragon Neon is a great example of this to point to, because it's just very easy for people to go up and hit enemies and be bored with it because you just hit enemies forever and, like, you don't do any damage in that game unless you engage with the dodge mechanic, in which case it's really fun and interesting. And so it's plausible that that's what happened with this game, but I don't see what mechanic it would have been. Like, I guess it could have been blocking, but blocking didn't feel that useful. And a lot of it is things I just don't know mechanically how you'd address. Like the fact that bosses frequently, like, didn't get completely knocked down. They just, like, at a time when you thought they'd be knocked down, they were just suddenly standing. And I don't know mechanically how you have, like, a game interaction that solves that. You know? I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to comment on, but... Alright, I think I'm going to try and do one more thing here. This game is marked as not working in MAME, but it does launch. And it does seem to play, so it might be... Sometimes MAME has things marked as not working for weird reasons. So we'll see. But, as it turns out, Tatsumi made one other game that I'm willing to consider it. We might have to... We'll see if this works or not, or if we have to close MAME again. Yep, we have to close MAME again. Okay. Oh, this is not a sequel. This was made before Big Fight, actually. Here we are. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this game because it may just not be working. This game also notably kind of is a big change from what you might expect from this series. We've got our characters who do not have names, apparently. Start with our axe guy. So this is arguably a belt scroller in the sense that you scroll on the other axis, and it is, you know, melee. So, you know. Yeah, I can definitely see some, like, spriting issues, but nothing that makes it unplayable. Yeah, like Grinding Fight. Exactly. Whoop. I can attack forward. Okay. Can't tell what's going on with that attack. Yeah, pretty simple, just stacks. The hand crank flying machine, incredible. Ah. And then he explodes. There is quiet, or there's music. Is the game too quiet? Oh, probably. Hold on. Let's just restart this because I forgot to turn the audio output capture on because I am a fool. All right. Well, we got to see another character, so we'll just keep going. So I like character 4's being face being covered, which is almost certainly in order to give a like, oh god, it's a woman reveal at the end of the game. Like almost certainly, right? Doesn't really feel like there's any difference in the characters at this point to me. I like that laugh he had. Alright, what's your face? That's pretty good. Not as good as the bald guy. We found rowdy drivers. Arrest them? Yeah, we'll arrest them. Oh, I see. We are the rowdy drivers. Excuse me. I understand. So we got a health refill, but not a full health refill. This is me not munch time. Gonna need that Sprite. This guy is weird. Oh. Super Saiyan fire breather guy? I'm not really sure how to tell where he's going to be attacking. It almost seems like I might have been able to get ahead of him and just destroy the truck. Wow. Why is he so happy? It was a game over. Oh, he's getting less happy. Can't change characters, we're stuck with him. She appealed to us to revenge them. This guy is too far up for me to attack him. I guess that's the point. I'm just supposed to dodge these for a little bit. Maybe? I do like them starting to fall off at their last health. Man, this is a lot of dudes. I don't really understand. Oh, they're... Okay, okay. I understand that attack now. I mean, I don't know how to dodge it, but I at least understand what they're doing. This lady, munch time! More munch time? This dude again? Oh, now he's... Why is he throwing watermelons at us? He's not even on, like, a watermelon truck. So it's way more intuitive than the other version of this guy. We will arrest you without fail upon our life.
You can't get away.
Oh. Driving through the factory. Still don't get this move. Like, it seems like it's supposed to be a sweeping move, but it doesn't seem to hit anybody. There's a lot going on here. Yep, had nowhere to go. You know, up until this stage, I was thinking that this seems like it'd be a pretty reasonable 1 credit, and after this stage, I'm a little bit less sure about that. Again, if this move does something that I'm not understanding, then it might help. Munch time! Come back, I need munch time! Ah! channel returns to Crab. This is like Crab Scorpion. It's got... Okay, well, it doesn't anymore. Do you just, like, not attack anymore? Are you done? Oh, nope. Okay, Bubble Beam. Oh my god. Yeah, Bubble Beam is serious. We revenged your brother. Everywhere has gone wrong. Thank you, video games. I will say, unlike Big Fight, I at least have the vision of how this game is supposed to be played, you know? Like there's ideas going on. I'm not going to say that every idea is great or that the mechanics are perfect, but, like... There's a game that I understand what I'm intended to be doing, even if it seems a bit much. Lunchtime. Come on, lunchtime. Do I have to hit you this one? No. Okay. And the spare tires on us. You gonna drop 1 billion tires on us now? Yeah. This is what the sound of hundreds of tires hitting the pavement sounds like. The emulation issues do make it a bit difficult for me to tell, like, when I'm getting hit by something I should be getting hit by, and when I'm getting hit by something that there's no way I could ever possibly see. What? Are these dudes spitting at me? What is that? Oh no, they've got hoses. This is... This is next level. I switched characters. How did I do that? Also, I just realized I'm on a ATV instead of a motorcycle. Not sure about this boss. I'm not sure when I could ever approach this boss. I don't know how I changed characters. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I don't know. That boss I'm not sure about. Just hit the cops with a hammer.
You can't get away!
Oh, they... Okay. Good. Well done. I respect it. I'm not sure there's like a mechanical difference between the characters though.
Here comes the big one!
Couldn't back up far enough. What is this thing? Man, if you could attack backwards, you could trivialize a lot of this. Because, like, being ahead of him, he can't attack you anymore. Didn't get far enough ahead to not get hit. Very much hit and run tactics here. Which I'm just being a little impatient for because, like, obviously it doesn't matter. Oh, that's not the end of the stage. I did not move fast enough to get out of that. Yeah, this is a lot to have to deal with at once. No, What the fuck? This went somewhere. So if I just push attack, I get the same character. Oh my god, that face. Are we? Oh, we're pulling his... Okay. Ooh, I don't know what I could possibly do when that kind of thing happens. Oh, clip through it. Tried to switch, but it didn't happen. Seems like this boss I have to just like wait till a time when it lets me drive up to the side and hit it like that. Like I said, this game's feeling quite hard, but I see the vision in a lot of the encounters.
Here comes the big one.
Thought this dude was gonna try and punch me for being over here, but he doesn't seem to care. I feel like some of these shots might be going in the wrong direction. They're the ones going like up and right. Oh, I thought we were gonna fight his disembodied head for a moment. Maybe we will go to your town. I'll never abandon the attempt. What a wild-ass game. Yeah, some of these games have a lot of confidence about how many people are going to play them. This is played the same thing every time. There's something else. How do I even do that? Like, don't get me wrong, I love CBS2's music, but I don't need it to be every... I might have to change this function if it's doing that. It hasn't been doing that before, right? It didn't just play the same song as soon as I transitioned to that every time. I'll have to look at that later. It did it last week. I wonder if OBS changed something and it's making it do that. Limited tool set. Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm gonna give this game a C, but I'm gonna say that it is very possible that a lot of the things that felt off about this game are emulation problems. This game would be, I think, higher if some of the issues are emulation problems. Yeah, because, like, there's a lot that was happening in this game where I'm not sure if it was an emulation issue or if it was a gameplay issue. It felt like it was gameplay issues, but sometimes gameplay issues can be exacerbated by visual glitches. And, like, especially the screens where it's just like, hey, there's 6 guys on you and stage hazards coming at you at the same time. It's hard to say whether or not those were super fucked up. I will say that even as a C, I do think most people would probably play this game through once and have a fun time with it, even if they thought it was kind of bad. Just because it's the kind of game that works very well for that type of, like, sit and smash through. You know, if you're going to point to a game where it's like, oh, just put in credits and mash forward and do nothing, I think this is a kind of game that would be appealing to people in that way. But it's probably not the type of game that's going to keep people coming back. That said, that's going to be it for me for right now. I am going to be streaming again later today. Adam Admar and I are going to do the sports stream. It was going to be tomorrow, but some things came up. So doing a double today. I will send you guys over to probably... Oh, geez, it's only like another hour till we're planning on starting. I've got to get lunch. I'll send you guys over to Antoine for now, and yeah. We'll see y'all later.